Hello, my name is Martin Jorge, WBSC Media Officer. Welcome to this WBSC Baseball Americas Qualified post-game press conference featuring Canada and USA. Before we start, I would like to remind you that there is Spanish and English translation for this press conference. You can access the translation by clicking on Interpretation at the bottom of your screen and select English or Spanish. Please, to make a question, raise your hand through the app. And now, without further ado, I welcome Jacob Robinson, left fielder for Canada, and I would like to ask him his first thoughts of the game.
My thoughts?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a very good feeling losing by that much. But sometimes it happens in baseball. They hit a little bit. We had the long delay. It was a pretty close game before that. And they had a little rally there after the delay, so it was a little bit deflating. That being said, we have a game tomorrow at 1:00, so we have a quick turnaround. We have to stay positive and make sure we get our rest tonight for the game tomorrow versus Dominican.
Okay, now we open the floor for questions. First, we go with Alexis Bernicki, please.
Alexis Bernicki, Baseball America. I guess first thing, Jacob, is just like, what was your interpretation of what was happening in real time with the delay and the protest?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I think it was just there was a ball hit. One of their guys hit, and they thought it was a home run. We challenged it. It was ruled not a home run. And then I think there was a base runner on first. They gave him a run. So they let the guy on first score, but they gave the hitter a double. So I think we put a protest in for that. I think we were sort of challenging that idea. I'm not 100% sure though. Yeah, that's what I saw. It's just one of those things. If you're an outfielder, you're not really, it kind of goes by in a blur. And if you see the ball, you're going to grab it and throw it in. And no matter what happens, that's what you're going to do. So, I think Hodges did the right thing there for sure. Other than that, yeah, that's the first time I've experienced something like that.
And you mentioned the game tomorrow. You guys already had a quick turnaround at one point during this tournament. I guess, what do you need to do to just be ready and erase this one and move on?
Make sure we get some sleep, wind down. I know that's big for me. Sometimes I stay up too late after these night games. So getting some rest and just having a short memory coming back tomorrow. We think we can beat any team in this tournament despite how things have turned out. So we're going to go in tomorrow. We have a good veteran presence in our clubhouse. So they're keeping us positive. They're keeping us loose. So that's how we're going to go into it tomorrow.
Thanks, Jake.
No problem, Alexis.
Next question, Kyle Glazer, por favor.
Hey, Jacob. Kyle Glazer, Baseball America. You mentioned it was a close game, and then there was that delay. Was it tough to kind of, get back into it after the delay, and then they score all those runs, and just it's tough to get back at it in the top of the ninth after that?
Yep, it was definitely tough. Like I said, not something I've experienced before, but the game presents many things to you over the years. So, that being said, when the next pitch was thrown, we had to be ready. So I just personally had to make sure I was ready. My legs were loose and my arm was loose. So it was definitely tough. But yeah, I think that's all I got on that one.
And then you also, independent of that, hit a home run off Homer Bailey and played well today. You've had a pretty good tournament. Just overall, what's been kind of the key to your success, and specifically the home run? How did that all unfold?
Thank you. I had been just trying to roll in kind of with the same attitude, same mentality, same routine I was doing in season. I was having some success with the Tigers in the minor leagues before I got here, and I was just trying to roll into this tournament with the same deal. So it's been going well, I guess, so far for me. But I guess I would have liked to help the team win a little more. it doesn't really matter. Your stats don't really matter in a tournament like this. What matters is at the end of the day if you win or lose. So, we're looking into tomorrow, trying to get a win. The at bat off Bailey, I it was full count, so I was just ready for the fastball, and I got one. So I guess I put a good swing on it, and I'm not sure which direction the wind was blowing. It might have been helping me out a little bit. We'll see. I guess we'll see on video. I'm not too sure.
Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, Jacob, thank you for your time.
Thanks, guys.
We introduce you Canada manager Ernie Devin. What are your first conclusions, ideas of the game?
Number one, I think Ryan Kellogg and Chris Maru did an outstanding job for us. They pitched tremendous, kept us in the ball game. I can't say enough about them. And, it was a pretty good ball game until the umpires got in the way.
Now we open again the floor for questions. Alexis, the floor.
Alexis Bernicki, Baseball America. Ernie, I'm just wondering if I could first ask what your interpretation of the play was in real time as it was unfolding, and the procedure of the protest.
Well, obviously, we knew the ball didn't go out of the ballpark. So we protested that, or not protested, we asked for a video replay on it. They confirmed that it was not. So that means that it's they kill the ball as a double. And so that's two bases. They said that the third base guy would have scored. I said it can't score if you rule it a double, it's two bases. And that was the whole gist of everything. And if you go to the replay, the guy that was on first base was standing on third base at the time when the ball came into the infield. So again, you can't make a ruling that goes one way and then change it to go another way, in my opinion.
Explanation when the protest was denied?
What they said was the review umpire, the video replay umpire, whoever that was, made the decision that it wasn't a ground rule double, but yet why did they put the guy on second base? Still no explanation. Don't quite understand it. At that point in time, it would have been 2 outs, a guy on second and third, and 3-1 ball game. We're still in the ball game, and unfortunately, I did what I felt I had to do as a matter of Baseball Canada.
And sorry, one more. Just on Jesse Hodges in the outfield, how much of a heads-up play was that for him to go and get that ball and believe it was in play, and I guess know it was in play?
Yeah, I don't know how to explain whether it was in play or not. Obviously, they killed it and ruled the guy a double. But yeah, it was Jesse. It's the first time he's played in the outfield for us, and I thought he did a nice job for us today.
Thanks, Ernie.
Okay.
Next question, Devin Peruz.
Ernie Devin from CBC. You've been around the game for a long time. Have you ever seen anything like this ruling tonight?
Yeah, I have actually. I guess when you've been in the game as long as I have, you see a little bit of everything. But I think the fact that I feel that they got the play wrong. They got it right after we had to discuss it, and they got it right. But then they decided, well, we're going to advance the runner from first base, give him 3 bases, but the guy that hit the ball only 2 bases. So that's something different for me.
It strikes me that you have this big game, quick turnaround tomorrow. These runs after this protest could loom large if 3 teams were tied in a tie-breaking scenario, Ernie.
again, we go out and we play. We try to win everything we can. Again, there's nothing that we can do. We made a mistake. They added 500 runs onto it, which that happens in baseball. If an error is committed, that happens in baseball, and it added on the 5 runs.
Next question, Kyle Glazer.
Hey, Ernie, Kyle Glazer, Baseball America. Obviously, that play, as you mentioned, it could have been 3-run runners on second, third. Instead, that happens, and they score 7 runs in the inning. Just how much did that play just swing the momentum?
Well, again, we stayed in the game until at that point in time, and all of a sudden it happened, unfortunately. But that's past us now. We have to move forward. We have to win the game tomorrow, and we feel if we win the game tomorrow, our chances of going on to Mexico is very good.
And to clarify, they said it wasn't a ground rule double, but they said it was a dead ball double.
Dead ball double, ground rule double. I think it's pretty much the same thing, isn't it? They kill the ball and play stops, and the runner that was on first base stopped at third base. He was not advancing past the base. He was standing there. If you go to replay, it'll show that. But that's something that we don't have the option of seeing. Only the replay umpire or whoever does it has that option.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ernie.
Okay.
Concludes the first conference with Canada team, and we are waiting for USA in 2 minutes, so please.
First.
Okay, thank you for waiting. We have now with us Luke Williams, USA left fielder. Please, Luke, tell us your first comments, your first ideas about the game.
It was an exciting game. Another huge team win. Everyone contributed, and it was fun to watch, fun to be a part of.
And we open the questions for colleagues. Kyle Glazer.
Hey, Luke. Obviously, it was a close game there, 3-1, and then the play with Tristan happened, and after that, you guys just came out and piled runs on. How much did that kind of swing the momentum for you guys?
Yeah, that was huge. In those kind of delays, you could kind of fall asleep or, energy fall, but kept the energy up, and we knew we needed to, get those runs in. We sure did.
Yeah, you mentioned keeping the energy up. Was it a sense of once you got back out there is kind of, take that pent up energy out a little bit?
Yeah, go take it out on the other team, So, we had John Jay, hyping the boys up as always. So, it's always nice to have guys like that on your team.
And then you specifically had a leaping catch, a home run, a 2-run single. You've had a really, really strong qualifier. Just what's been the key to your success, both tonight and really this entire week?
I'm just trying to have good at bats. That's been a big focus for me. Is just having high quality at bats and getting on base. I'm in the leadoff spot for a reason, is to get on base and help this team score some runs. So that's all I've been focusing on.
Thank you.
James Wagner for next question, please.
Hey, Tristan, how's it going? James Wagner, the New York Times. Just curious what this experience has been like for you. I mean, some people don't maybe fear injuries and don't do this, or their team might allow them, or the Olympics might not register baseball-wise in the United States. What have you thought of this experience, and what's it been like? What have you learned, and have you enjoyed it?
It's been an incredible experience so far, and it's to be able to put USA across my chest is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And I mean, for the first game, I got goosebumps, and I can't remember the last time a baseball game gave me goosebumps. You know, so it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and you know, I'm just trying to take full advantage of it.
Thank you.
I have no more questions, Luke, so thank you for your time.
All right, thanks, guys.
Now we welcome the manager, Joshua. Now your first thoughts about the game, this win.
Well, believe it or not, the game was a lot tighter than the final score ended up showing. I think, you know, Canada had some guys who had some really hit the ball hard. They were out hitting us for a while. The game was close, so we got some clutch hits with 2 outs, and then broke it open in the 8th. But you know, for the most part, the game could hinge on a number of pitches at any time up until that 8th inning. Unfortunately, it went our way.
Okay, now we open the floor for questions. First, go to Paris Day.
There, thanks, Mike. Paresh from Reuters. So I'm curious if tomorrow you're going to sort of give players on the roster a look, as sort of a tryout for the Olympics roster at this point, now that a berth is looking pretty close.
Well, we didn't clinch any berth that I know of. We got to win tomorrow. Unless I'm missing something, we got to go out there and win a ball game tomorrow.
It's getting closer. But just curious, you know, how you're thinking about the, you know, the final roster at this point.
No, right now we're worrying about the first pitch tomorrow. We have a task in front of us, and we need to go out there tomorrow and play at a level that's going to give us the best chance to win, and that's what we're going to focus on. So, you know, this week our focus hasn't been on the next step. Our focus is on staying in the now, doing what we need to do here, going pitch to pitch. We faced terrific ball clubs the whole way and had to really grind out wins. And we're going to have to do that tomorrow also.
Great. Thank you.
Next question, Kyle Glazer.
Hey, Mike. So what was the interpretation or explanation you received from the umpires regarding the Tristan Casas play and Logan Forsythe's scoring on that play?
Well, on a replay review, if they call it a home run, they go to replay review and they say the ball stayed in the ballpark. They have a responsibility to place the runners. Where they would have been, Logan Forsythe would have scored easily on that ball if they had not called it a home run. He kind of broke into a jog, and then you know, the ball was very close to going out. I haven't seen a replay, but I know it was very, very close to going out. So, you know, I think they got it right when they went to review. If the ball's in the ballpark and it's live, and they call it a home run, you know, they kill the play right there, and you know, you have to place the runners. And they gave Tristan the double and had Logan score.
You mentioned that it was a close game earlier, and it was. After that, you guys exploded. That was the first of 7 runs. Just how much did you feel like that really swung the momentum your guys' way?
Oh, it's a huge hit. I think, you know, Logan got on base. That's huge. And then Tristan just he hit that ball hard. I don't know how it stayed in the park, but that's a huge hit. And we kept going. You know, our bullpen's done a terrific job so far in this tournament. You know, but at any time you can kind of sit back and give some guys a night off, it has to help. So we're fortunate that we broke it open, and great offensive 8th inning for us for sure.
And lastly, who are you going to start on the mound tomorrow?
Liebertor will start.
Thank you.
Okay. Another question? No? Well, Mike, thank you very much.
Thank you.
That concludes tonight's press conference of the game between USA and Canada. Thank you for your time. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.